Welcome to the Rocket Right Show, starring Hurricane Betsy Barnes and Dr. K. Solar. Two busy blondes with their fingers on the pulse of all things Louisiana. Events, health, leisure, entertainment, and more. It's the Rocket Right Show. And now, here's Betsy and Kay.
And welcome to Rocket Right. We are so glad you could join us. You know, we love to have a good time, and the best way to have a good time is with good people, and we love the people of Louisiana, those that are from here and those that are just passing through. So I'm really excited tonight to share with you a new Louisiana American Idol finalist. And we are so glad that he and his mom could be here. Now, as you know, Dr. K. Solar sometimes is in Nashville with her son, who is up for a couple of other country music awards. So Dr. K. Solar is not going to be with me tonight, but I get to be here with Bryce McGlothin and his mom, Elizabeth. And so we're going to meet them, we're going to talk to them, we're going to listen to him, share a little bit of the music that he shared on American Idol, because there's nothing that makes us prouder in Louisiana than the talent that we have. We have more talent per capita, per square inch, per square mile than any other state in the United States, and we have more Grammy Award nominees and winners than any other state. And that was seen this week by John Baptiste, who won 5 of the 11 Grammys. And you can clap for John, because John's like awesome. He's an amazing, amazing person, as is Lane Hardy. We love Lane Hardy, our American Idol winner, and he got to kind of carry that over. And so we're really excited to talk with y'all. But we want to make sure that you stay tuned for the whole show, because as soon as we talk to Bryce and his mom, then we had 2 segments that we recorded previously with Quinton Aaron. Now, you may not know that name, Quinton Aaron. It might not mean much to you, but he played Michael Orr in The Blind Side. He shared his story and his testimony with us, and he is an incredible motivational speaker, a wonderful, fine man of God, but also his prayers continue to be answered, because The Blind Side is #1 on Netflix this week. So big shout out to him, and Sandra Bullock won an Academy Award for that particular performance, Tim McGraw. So we're thrilled to have Quinton Aaron with us, but we're going to talk to this superstar right here. So thank you so much for coming.
Yes, ma'am, I'm happy to be here.
So you came all the way from by Faraday to Baton Rouge, Louisiana.
Yes, ma'am, about 2 hours drive.
So tell us a little bit about what made you want to start singing, and about this journey. And of course, your mom with you. You know, my son's at the beginning of his music career, Kay's son is well on her way, and now here we are, us moms just worried all the time.
That's true.
And you brought literally a restaurant full of fans. You literally filled up the restaurant with your friends and family.
Yes, ma'am. I got a lot of supporters, and I'm thankful to have every single one of them. But I kind of got started with music. I was about 2 years old. My mom got me this little toy piano. I was just beating the hell out of it with playing Jerry Lee Lewis and all other stuff.
And what you thought was Jerry Lee Lewis.
I mean, but there's plenty of videos. I don't want to see them ever again.
Yeah.
But that's kind of where it started, and I started singing. My dad was in a band for 40 years. Easy Eddie and the Party Rockers. They played all over the southeastern part of the country.
So if you rocked out with Easy A and the Party Rockers, you see, this is the legacy, right?
That's my dad. But they played from Missouri to Florida. They played all over the place, and just watching him play music over the years, and his showmanship, really, his performance abilities. He's a great singer too, but he's a better showman. That's one thing I struggle with, is showmanship on stage.
Well, it's not easy.
No, it's not as easy as it looks. Most of it's natural, but you got to choreograph a little bit before the shows, or you'll kind of lose yourself.
Right.
But just watching him over the years really helped shape who I am as a musician, and the style of music he listened to kind of pulled me into that category as well.
The real good music.
Yes, ma'am. He likes
our kind of music.
Yes, ma'am. He likes old funk and soul, like the Commodores and the Temptations. They played a lot of that stuff. Where I kind of like the southern rock stuff, like Leonard Skinner and the Allman Brothers.
Yeah.
But lately, I've kind of gotten into the new country music, like Tyler Childers, some like songwriting stuff. That's really
Well, all of the music is good for your soul.
Yes, ma'am.
All of it's good for your soul. So you're 17.
Yes, ma'am.
You just turned 17.
Yes, ma'am. 2 weeks ago.
So tell me a little bit about where you go to school and a little bit about where you're from.
Yes, ma'am. So I live in a little town called Jonesville. I couldn't really tell you the population. It's probably under anything you can think of. I mean, like, there's like literally nobody there. I live on a highway. I live outside of Jonesville. It's called Wiseville. You really don't notice anything until you go on the highway. There's 5 houses in a straight line, and that's all you got pretty much.
So we'll know it when we see it, right?
Yeah, there's a fire station maybe about the size of that bar over there.
Yeah.
And then there's a church next to my house. But yeah, that's where I'm from. I go to school actually in Mississippi. We're on the border of Mississippi, so you take about a 30-minute drive. There's a bridge that takes us to Natchez, Mississippi. It's way bigger than Wiseville.
Right. So you're not really a Natchezian, but you go to school there.
Yeah. I mean, I waste all my gas going to Natchez, Mississippi. So that's where I spend most of my time. Friends are there and everything. But yeah.
But where does your girlfriend live?
Vidalia, right across.
Yeah,
right
you
in
might
the town.
be spending a little gas money there too.
Yeah, right in the town, right before you get to Natchez. Yes, ma'am.
We have a beautiful girlfriend and a beautiful family.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
So in Natchez, there's Jim Bob Allgood that has Mid-South Broadcasting. And so people have been listening to our show on Jim Bob stations at 7 o'clock a.m. on both the classic country and the classic rock stations there. And we're thankful for all of our Natchezian and beyond friends who listen to our show every Saturday and Sunday. So thank you, Natchez and Vidalia and Faraday and that whole area. And so he's the one that called me and said,
ma'am.
you got to talk to my friend Bryce. You got to talk to his mom. You got to talk to him. And he's a very enthusiastic fella.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay? But I've seen a little bit about your performances, and I don't think he was overselling.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you have a lot of talent.
Thank you.
And I think you have a lot of ability to really, take this music thing that started out with that little piano and really turn it into something a lot of fun.
Yes, ma'am. That's what I'm aiming for.
So it's kind of hard sometimes being the mom to your son can drive, taking him to all the lessons and doing all the sports and doing all the other things that our boys do.
A lot of running.
It's a lot of running.
A lot of running.
A lot of windshield time.
It is.
But I wouldn't trade my experience, and I know you wouldn't either.
It's been great. We've had a good time. We've bonded, connected, spent a lot of quality time together.
So what was your biggest hope and then also your biggest fear with a talented son or child, any child?
I guess
that you saw real talent there, and you don't want to be that stage mom, but at the same time you want to give them opportunities.
Right.
So for other people, what would you encourage?
Well, I wanted Bryce to do good. I wanted him to go as far as he can go. If it's sky's the limit. The fear is him not remembering where he came from. I want him to be humble and remember where he came from. Just little small town country boy, and don't forget it.
And good values.
Right.
Good values, so no matter what you have, you always have something to fall back on. And people that are glad to see you, not sorry to see you.
Right.
Right?
Yeah, absolutely.
So in this journey, we only have a couple of minutes, so I don't want to ask too long of a question, and then we're going to come back. But then at the end of the show, we're going to have him play a couple of songs, and I'm looking forward to hearing that. But you've had some help along the way. Not only has your family been very supportive, but you've gotten connected with some people in Nashville that can help kind of develop and kind of help you along the path. Tell us a little bit about that.
After Bryce came back from his audition in Austin, Texas, I got a hold of Bernard Porter with PCG Artist Development in Nashville. He has offices in Nashville, Austin, Texas, and Los Angeles. And Bryce signed on with him, and we've been going from there. Bryce has had a vocal coach, that's Jennifer McGill. He's got Britton Cameron, who they've written 2 songs. We went a couple of weeks ago and recorded some songs. And Will Muse is a media guy that we've been working with. And Mr. Bernard. I mean, you couldn't ask for better people. They're great.
Kind of built a team of people that are investing in.
Right.
And I'm not talking about financial investment. It's more like experience investment, which is so important in the music business.
Right. Yeah. And Bryce had to be accepted. It's not something you can just walk up and say, hey, I want to join in, or take me, you know. It was a process we had to go through to get him there, and he did it. He did it on his own.
But, you know, I think if you're a thoughtful and kind person, you're appreciative of anybody giving a moment to you, that really resonates with people, especially in Nashville, because you got a bunch of people that show up and they think they are owed that. They might have been great wherever they were, but there's so much talent there that it is high competition.
It is.
So you won your preliminary. Then tell us the cities and what you went through.
I did a virtual audition at home. I did 3 rounds of that, made it through those 3. And then they sent me to Austin to audition in front of Lionel Richie, Katy Perry, and Lou Bryan. I made it through that round. I got the golden ticket in Austin, Texas. Then I went to Los Angeles, California, and made it through the first round of Hollywood Week, the genre round, which they made me. They asked me to sing a pop song. So I took a pop song and made it a rock song because rock was my genre.
Awesome.
And then, yes, ma'am. And then in the duet round, I sang a duet with a contestant. Her name was Natalia Bonfini. I sang Lean on Me, and we didn't make the cut to the showstopper round, but I had a great experience.
That's all right, but look
yes,
how
ma'am.
far you got.
Yes, ma'am. Nothing bad has come out of it. Everything has been good that came out of this.
It has, because it's helped you along your path, and you're just at your beginning or your stepping stones.
Yes, ma'am.
You really are. So Bryce McGlothin, we're going to be back with him at the end of the show, but hang tight. We're going to be right back with a couple of segments that I recorded previously with Quinton Aaron. So stay tuned to Rock It Right. Betsy Barnes, Dr. K. Solar in Nashville. She'll be back, and we'll be right back with Rock It Right.
There's a joy of life you'll find only in Louisiana. A spirit of celebration that takes your senses places they've never been before. Where expressions of joy are an art form and our way of life. Where an abundance of good food, good times, and great music means there's more than enough to go around. Come one, come y'all. Come feed your soul in Louisiana. I'm John Goodman, inviting you to visit LouisianaTravel.com and plan your getaway today.
The use of opioids and addiction to opioids is on the rise, especially in Louisiana, and I wanted to be a part of the solution. If you have a family member or loved one that you are concerned about with regard to opioid use, please call my clinic, Advantage Health Solutions. You can speak with my nurse or you can speak with myself, and we will talk to you about how to get that person into treatment, and we'll tailor what we do to your needs, and we'll do what we can to get your loved one in treatment and onto the path to health.
Red Stick Music, Baton Rouge's live music calendar since 2014, with a full calendar available on the website 24/7, clickable links to artists and venues. View the entire weekend lineup at a glance and plan your outings with your friends. View professional recordings of local live musicians, watch interviews with people in our music community, and find additional resources. Red Stick Music, Baton Rouge's live music calendar.
Hi, I'm Lieutenant Governor Billy Nungesser of the great state of Louisiana. Hurricane Ida has brought great devastation to our community. In time of need, Louisianans always step up and help their neighbor. This time is no different. We'll help our neighbors and friends get back as we always do. If you need help or know of someone that needs help or would like to volunteer or make a donation, go to volunteerlouisiana.gov. We are Louisiana Strong. Thank you.
Since the early 1800s, the Selassie family has played a significant role in the retail industry in Louisiana. Stuart Selassie has achieved the Certified Diamond Graduate designation from the prestigious Gemological Institute of America. What that means to you, whether it's appraisals, design, build, repair, or diamond sales, you have an expert you can count on. At Selassie's, you make all the right choices. Selassie Jewelry and Fine Gifts, in the heart of the Denham Springs Antique District. Find them on Facebook.
Are you a business owner that could use just one more customer? Those empty tables, vacant appointments, idle employees, and expired merchandise are missed opportunities. What if there were a community that connects you to high-value and motivated customers, giving you a competitive edge in the marketplace and increasing your revenue? Introducing Partners One. You keep doing what you do best, taking care of your customers, and we'll do what we do best, sending you new customers to take care of. Call us today to find out how Partners One can work for your business.
And you're back with Rocket Right. I am Hurricane Betsy Barnes here with Dr. Kay Solar, and we absolutely love introducing you to people that we enjoy meeting that you might not meet in your everyday walk of life. And so we are just really glad to invite our friend Quinton Aaron to come join us. Thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
So our really cool friend, Wayne Morgan, introduced me to Quinton several weeks ago, and we were able to go to a concert as a group. And there's a lot of people that I've met through Wayne that are involved in the movie and film industry, and it also is kind of part of my job promoting Louisiana. I feel it's a calling. It's not really a job.
I know, and it's a part that you really love.
I do love it.
That's why she's on the go.
I'm on the GEAUX. I'm on the go. And so when I met Quinton, of course, it's hard to miss him. And when I met him, I thought, man, I just love that movie, The Blind Side. I've seen it so many times. But there's so many other things that he's doing and has done in addition to that. But I really do appreciate you coming here, because everywhere you go, everywhere I've been around you, people are drawn to you because, one, you just have a very sweet spirit, a very kind heart.
Thank you.
But also, they love the character that you played, Michael Orr, in The Blind Side. And they love Sandra Bullock, and we all love Tim McGraw. So, you know, it's like, it was just a really great movie. It was a feel-good movie. And how was that experience for you at the time?
Definitely a dream come true. As an actor, every actor wants to experience that opportunity at some point in their career. That's why you get into the business. Mm-hmm. And so, you know, my mom, God rest her soul, she submitted me for it, and kind of the rest was history. I met with the director, John Lee Hancock, and we had like an hour-long conversation. It was pretty cool, and I came back home and waited until I got the call. And the call came. It couldn't come at a better time. Honestly, I was at a point in my life where me and my brother was living in the same apartment that we were at after losing my mom, and I couldn't get work, so we went through a cold winter where there was like no food. I had to walk every day to my aunt's house to get food that she made for us and walk it back home. So I got my cardio in. That was about 2-hour walk back and forth every day. We had no utilities, so the lights and everything was off, and this was all through winter of 2008 in New York. And come
It's a brutal
March,
winter.
yeah, I was just just staying there and not getting work. But then come, I want to say late February, early March of 2009, I finally got a job, and I was working a security job at Silver Cup Studios, where they shoot a bunch of shows like 30 Rock and a bunch of stuff. But I was doing a commercial for a gas company, go figure. And the last day of the show, I get a call from the sheriff's department letting me know that we were going to be evicted in like 72 hours.
Oh my goodness.
And I was like, okay, this is the first job I had all year. It was paying me $1,000, so I was like, and one second, got the audience. Can we have the audience calm down? I'm telling a story here. Please, thank you. I'm still security. That security side is still copping in.
Yes,
so,
that's right.
So I was saying, so I get off the phone and I'm like, okay, this job is paying me $1,000. That's all the money I had. I was figuring me and my brother were going to take our clothes, get like some cheap little rinky-dink hotel or motel and try to figure it out from there. And so
what a frightening time, though, to suddenly be thinking I'm going to be evicted and it's freezing. What am I gonna do next?
That literally was the thought, but then God stepped in and showed me how good he was at the moment, because right after I got off that phone call with the sheriff's department, I got a phone call from my manager who I hadn't heard from in a while. And when I say a while, I'm talking about 9 to 10 months.
Wow.
She goes, Quinton, guess what? And I go, The Blind Side. She goes, wait, how did you know? And I was like, what? Like, my heart dropped out my chest, did the break dance and jumped back up. And she was like, yeah, someone from production is going to call you soon. And I was like, okay, all right, let's get off the phone call. Let's get off the phone. And as I'm saying that, Tina Fey is walking towards me. And
You're
she
kidding.
saw me like freak out and stuff. And I'm going to call you back. I'm going to call you right back. So I hung up on my manager. And Tina's like, what happened? And I said, oh, I just booked the lead role in a major motion picture. I didn't know.
Yeah, you say kind of,
I didn't know. I just, but I was like, yeah. And she said, oh my God, I thought you was a security guard. And I said, correction, I was security. Now I'm an actor.
That's right.
And she was like, well, congratulations. Right. I don't know if she remembers that occurrence. That was so long ago.
I
but
bet she does.
I never forgot it, because that's Tina Fey.
Well, she's funny as she can be.
Love
She really
Tina.
is.
Yeah, so
great.
From that moment, right after that, and she left, I got a call from production, and it was like, hey, Quinton, we want to see if you still want to do The Blind Side. And I said, let me think about it. Yes.
Did you know who was co-starring in it at the time? Had they already booked Sandra Bullock and Tim McGraw and some of the others?
No, they told me a little after that phone call.
Yeah.
But
they're trying not to be too overwhelmed,
exactly.
I'm sure.
I was trying to play it cool, and so it was like, yeah, we could get you down to Atlanta, as soon as possible to start getting ready for the movie. And
you're like, my brother's got to come with.
And I said, so how soon is soon? And it was like, probably like next week. I said, I could go tomorrow. And they was like, all right, we'll get you down tomorrow. And I said, can I bring my brother with me? Because I kind of have no place to leave him. No problem. We'll get you 2 first class tickets to Atlanta tomorrow. And I was like, man, I had to tear. I
would have cried my eyes out.
You ever seen Pursuit of Happiness?
Yes, absolutely.
So you see that scene with Will Smith when he's walking down the street after he ran across town, after getting out of jail, and he had paint all over him. And he got that job, and he walks in, and he's like clapping and crying and didn't know how. That was me. At that moment, that was me. Like, there was no words to express how much emotion was going on in my head at that moment. And then I went home, and I told my brother, and he just like fell back on the bed and laughed. And that was the first sign of emotion I seen from him since we lost our mom. And it was just, man, I had to go. I was like Sandra Bullock. I walked out the room into the other room, started crying my eyes out. I'm like, it was the ugly cry too. It wasn't.
But that was worth an ugly cry, though.
Thank you, Jesus. Oh, Lord, thank you, Jesus. Yeah. Then I got on the phone and told everybody, hey, look, we leaving tomorrow, so don't be alarmed if you don't see us.
Well, that was the best reason to leave, and your mom might be your guardian angel, because you told me when we first sat down to talk a few weeks ago that your mom wanted you to sing and wanted you to act, and she saw a talent in you from the time you were very young.
Definitely. She pushed me to do everything that I wound up doing in my life, in my career. It's funny because when I was younger, I didn't know I wanted to be an actor at first. I thought I wanted to be the characters I was trying to be. So, for instance, I thought I was going to be Michelangelo, the Ninja Turtle.
Oh, I got it. I thought you were going to say the famous painter, and then, hey, the Ninja Turtle. That's it. Yeah.
So what had happened was, right, so there was one time, my mom used to date this cop, and he kind of taught her how to defend herself, and she transformed that into teaching a self-defense class to women from a battered women's shelter, because she was a battered woman. So she had these nunchucks that the cop gave her, and I knew where she hid them, and they were real. And so real nunchucks, by the way, is a lot heavier than the fake ones. Mm-hmm. So I had my outfit. I had her a pair of her orange stockings. I tied over my face, and I had to keep pulling over my eyes so I could see. Right. I had my Ninja Turtle tighty whities, like underwear, and then my Ninja Turtle backpack. So that was my outfit. And so I pushed the chair to the closet, climbed up, and got the nunchucks. and I'm swinging it around. I'm doing it like this, and then I got this part good, that part good, and then I try to get fancy and swing it around this way. Didn't expect the clack, just like knocked me flat out. I was like, nunchucks flew. I hit the floor. When I woke up, it was dark outside.
Oh my goodness.
When I was swinging the nunchucks, it was sunny. So I was down there for a minute. And luckily, she was still downstairs teaching her class. So it was one of those things that were, it's priceless moments.
Yes.
Well, Quinton, I'm going to ask if you just stay over for our next segment, if you don't mind, and we'll just continue this conversation, because we definitely want to hear what you're doing now and some of the projects that you have and some of the things you want to do, and you've gotten to meet some kind of amazing people. So we'll be right back in just a moment with Quinton Aaron. You might remember him playing Michael Orr on The Blind Side, but he's got a lot of great things that have happened since then. And we'll be right back with Rocket Right with Hurricane Betsy Barnes and Dr. K. Solar. So hang tight with us.
My biggest concern was my family and being able to see me come home every day and know everything is going to be okay. I felt comfortable that I was being treated by some of the best. There were some scary points along the way, but it's just kind of like been a little blip in the road.
Money, wellness, fun. Rocket Right Radio takes you all across Louisiana and the nation with guests who live life to the fullest.
I'm Hurricane Betsy Barnes.
I'm Dr. K. Solar.
You're going to love it.
Join us every week when we cover
everything under the sun.
Live and learn with the Wright sisters.
Politics,
health,
music and entertainment,
local agnet.
Rocket Right Radio. You're going to love it.
Hi, I'm Lieutenant Governor Billy Nungesser of the great state of Louisiana. Hurricane Ida has brought great devastation to our community. In time of need, Louisianans always step up and help their neighbor. This time is no different. We'll help our neighbors and friends get back as we always do. If you need help or know of someone that needs help or would like to volunteer or make a donation, go to volunteerlouisiana.gov. We are Louisiana Strong. Thank you.
Red Stick Music, Baton Rouge's live music calendar since 2014, with a full calendar available on the website 24/7. Clickable links to artists and venues. View the entire weekend lineup at a glance and plan your outings with your friends. View professional recordings of local live musicians. Watch interviews with people in our music community and find additional resources. Red Stick Music, Baton Rouge's live music calendar.
Whitetail Properties is not your average real estate company. Land specialist and MSU alum Jeff Taylor in Mississippi and LSU fan realtor Cade Taylor have teamed up. Their sole purpose is uniting buyers and sellers of recreational land. If you are interested in hunting, ranch, investment, and timber properties, Whitetail Properties experts have the right real estate for you. Call Jeff Taylor, 601-248-9433, or Cade Taylor, 225-719-0495, or visit whitetailproperties.com.
At Hightower Dental Concepts, we take a compassionate approach to family dentistry. Our goal is to make your dental experience comfortable and informative so you can make the best dental care decisions for you and your family. We're welcoming new patients to our dental family at Essen & Perkins, and we look forward to meeting you soon at Hightower Dental Concepts. Call us today at 769-0031 or request your appointment at info@dentalconceptsbr.com.
There's a joy of life you'll find only in Louisiana. A spirit of celebration that takes your senses places they've never been before. Where expressions of joy are an art form and our way of life. Where an abundance of good food, good times, and great music means there's more than enough to go around. Come one, come y'all. Come feed your soul in Louisiana. I'm John Goodman, inviting you to visit LouisianaTravel.com and plan your getaway today.
Rocket Right. I am Hurricane Betsy Barnes here with Dr. K. Solar and our friend Quinton Aaron, actor extraordinaire, singer, New Yorker turned Louisianian.
Yes.
So we're really glad to have you in the state of Louisiana.
Thank you. I'm glad to be here.
Yeah, you got some cool things going on.
I try to stay busy.
So, The Blind Side, which, we've already said is my favorite movie. When you finished that movie, you got so much attention. I mean, that was a movie and a storyline that was different. And of course, it never hurts to have all the SEC coaches and all the different coaches come through there. Coach O, Nick Saban, they both been here. And so it was just a really neat way to kind of pull in where we all felt like that was our story in some way or another. And I think that a lot of people connected with it. And then when I was lucky enough to be a guest with Wayne Morgan's group and we went to a concert, I was surprised and flattered that but when we walked in as a group, but I was standing next to you and they thought I was Leanne Toohey, which maybe, was hilarious.
That was funny.
And so when you look at the picture of us, we do kind of look like that.
Exactly. You're about the same height, like 5'7"?
No, I'm like 5'3". 5'3" with heels.
Yeah, but she wears those heels that are like this.
Yeah,
okay?
So with the heels, you look about 5'7".
Yeah, I'm trying to lean it out, but it was really just, it was fun, and it's been fun to see the way people react to you because it's all with love. Yeah. They really receive you very well, and they're just, it's like, yeah. So since The Blind Side, tell us some of the things that you've been doing since then. Like, that had to open some doors for you.
I mean, it did, but, it's funny, so I'm a Christian, and I am very, driven by my faith, and one of the things that I noticed is that this movie, I don't think the sole purpose of The Blind Side was so that I have this miraculous filming career, because the biggest thing that I've done since that movie has happened was become a motivational speaker. And I spoke for the past 13 years at schools all over the country, parts of Canada, so internationally I've been speaking all over the world. I've been to Austria, I've been to Germany, I've been to London, and I've just been blessed to have such an amazing platform of young individuals from, elementary school on up to college, that all take to stuff that I've said. I've spoken to kids all over the country in some of the worst parts and some of the better parts, and they all were very taken by me. So it was pretty cool. I believe that God has given me the words to say at that right time, because I still, to this day, I can't figure it out. One of the craziest times for me was I was in New York, and this was after one of those big hurricanes several years back that it hit the East Coast, and a lot of people, even up in New York, were affected. I forgot the name of the hurricane, but a lot of people lost everything.
I think it was Laura.
Probably.
Yeah.
It sounds like Laura. That's my mama's name, Laura. So. And then this last one, Ida, that's my grandma's name. So
my goodness.
See, my family coming back in storms. It's crazy. But I'm sorry, people. I'm sorry. But so, around that time, I was in New York, and one of friends of mine that produced a film that I did asked me if I would come with him to church. And I was like, yeah, let's do it. So it's a big Catholic church in Brooklyn, and we're going, and I had no idea what was going on, but I'm going. And so we get there, we're walking up the steps of the church, and he said, oh, by the way, we're gonna need you to speak only for about an hour or so.
He didn't bother to tell you?
Time out, rewind that back. You said you're gonna need me to what? For about a what? He said, speak for about an hour. I said, who are we speaking to? And then we walk into church, and the church is jam-packed. It had been 1,000 people in there. And I was instant anxiety. I was shy and nervous because, I grew up an introvert. I was always that shy kid. I went back to that shy kid. I'm like, I don't. And he's like, yeah, these are survivors from the hurricane, and they don't have anything right now, and they just need to be inspired. So my heart jumped out the chest and ran out the church. I had to go and get it, but it came back. I put myself together. I just prayed before, and I went up there, and till this day I can't remember a word of what I said, but I spoke for an hour and got a standing ovation at the end of it. And while I was speaking, I just remember the faces of everyone there, and it just went from sad to happy. So it was genuine praise that they gave, and I just gave it all to God because I'm like, I didn't do it. I can't tell you one thing I said to you. I don't remember because it wasn't me. It was an out of body experience, and I really feel like that was one of the moments that God used me as a vessel to give a word to these people who were in such a devastating state, and I know what that pain feels like based on what I went through with losing my grandma, and then the next year losing my mom, the two most important people in my life, back to back. It's like, goodness. So,
and how old were you at that time, Quinton?
At the time I spoke at the church?
No. At the time when you lost your mom and y'all were living in New York.
24. I was going on. Yeah, I had just turned 24. So my birthday is August 15th. She passed away August 30th. Oh wait. So yeah, literally 2 weeks after my birthday, I was coming home from an audition. Crazy, I remember everything about that day, but if I tell that story, we're gonna run out of time. So
yeah.
I want y'all to.
You can always come back and
I just wanted to reference your age because I thought that you were pretty young at that time.
Yeah, I'm. Well, now I'm 37. I'm
still young.
Feeling every bit of that 37. I lost some weight recently. I feel good. I lost about 128 pounds as of today.
Wow. Congratulations.
Thank you.
That's a lot, though.
Thank you. And I feel a lot better than I did a few months ago, but the journey is still, still got a long way to go. And I got to go shopping. Like, all my clothes don't fit now. They're extra baggy. I'm like,
hey, girls say, you enjoy that shopping.
Yeah, that's right.
Exactly. It's a good problem to have, though, because I'd rather my clothes be too loose than too tight.
Right.
Yes,
absolutely. Yeah, me too.
And we feel that way as well.
Yeah, so exactly. So
do you still want to do some speaking in churches and schools and things like that? Because I know a few off the top of my head that would absolutely love to hear an encouraging word.
I have been doing it now. It's been because, as you guys know, I haven't really done a lot on the acting side of things afterwards that are big. So becoming a personal speaker has been paying the bills.
But you know what? God used you in the way that He needed you.
Exactly.
And it was more about you seeking His face and favor than it was about seeking the favor of the world, because He lifted you up on a platform to say, speak for me. I'm going to speak through you. And I know that you can do this. And it's not something you plan to do.
No.
But I believe God puts us in those situations where He gives us a little bit of what we seek, our ego seeks, and then He uses us for a better purpose. Exactly. I really do believe that.
I believe that too. It's all about His plan. When you go through life trying to do what you want to do, every step of the way, it's gonna fail. And
God laughs when we tell Him our plans.
He's like, I'm gonna sit here and just let you figure it out for yourself. No, I'll wait. I got nothing. I got nothing but time. That's how He's sitting there looking at it. We're trying to do it by ourselves. I got nothing but time. But then we figure it out. You know what? It'll be so much easier if I just involve this man.
That's right.
And everything that I do. And then He's shown me over the time, like, how many ways that He can step in and, make things better if you let Him, And He's like, I want to help you. I have this thing that I want to give you. But you got to get out of your own way so I can give it to you.
Yeah.
And sometimes we fight and struggle with wanting to do things our way, and God's like, I'm not going to give it to you until you do what I told you. It's like a parent. You gotta obey the parent. You gotta clean your room, and I give you this toy that you've been wanting. You're not going to clean your room? Well, I'm not going to give you the toy. Oh, you cleaned your room? Okay, here you go. You know what I mean? When I started doing what God wanted me to, my walk got a little bit easier day after day. And there's, like I said, there's stories that I can tell you. I'm going to be working on a book. I'm working on music now.
You do have a beautiful singing voice.
Well, thank you so much. I wrote a song back after Hurricane Ida with a friend of mine, Greg Barnhill. He's
yes,
amazing.
We know Greg Barnhill.
Yes. So, yeah, me and Greg wrote a song together, and we'll be working on that soon too. So there's more to look forward for me. I'm here in Louisiana with Nomadic Leo Entertainment. That's my production company. Wayne and I are going to do a show together. There's movies, rom-coms, and everything, and yeah.
So where should folks follow you, real quick, because we have less than a minute left?
Instagram, it's official Quinton Aaron. I am Quinton Aaron, but a hacker stole that from me, so please don't follow that page. It's official Quinton Aaron on Instagram. I am Quinton Aaron on Facebook. Quinton Aaron on Twitter. I'm all over social media. You can find me everywhere.
To see what's coming up next. And I don't know, you just gave me an idea. I'm just thinking when we announce this Songwriters Festival, you might need to be singing and playing that song in there. Maybe we can get you in a round with Greg Barnhill. What you think?
Yeah, well, once we work on that song and fine-tune it up, we can do it. Until
All
then,
right.
Look, we'd
I
love
can
for you
also
to
sing
come.
covers too. So like, you guys want to book me to come sing something, I'll sing something.
Look, we want you to come, and we want you to do your song for the first time on our show. Because there's a lot of people that can,
Well, you know what?
Wow.
We're going to have him back for that
That's
because
right.
we're just running out of time. But we love having you join us today. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Quinton, Aaron, and we'll be right back with Rocket Right, Hurricane Betsy Barnes, and Dr. K. Solar.
At Hightower Dental Concepts, we take a compassionate approach to family dentistry. Our goal is to make your dental experience comfortable and informative so you can make the best dental care decisions for you and your family. We're welcoming new patients to our dental family at Essen & Perkins, and we look forward to meeting you soon at Hightower Dental Concepts. Call us today at 769-0031 or request your appointment at info@dentalconceptsbr.com.
Some call it joie de vivre, the joy of life. In Louisiana, it's our way of life. From music that shakes up your senses to food that wakes up your palate. That joy vibrates in every note we play and spices up every meal we serve. So come live life to the fullest. Come one, come y'all, come feed your soul in Louisiana. I'm Sean Ardway, inviting you to plan your trip at louisianatravel.com.
Hi, I'm Katie, Operation Manager here at Old School Barbecue. We're excited about all of the changes here at Old School, and we'd like to invite everyone to come out and enjoy some delicious barbecue at Old School prices. We feature brisket, chicken, ribs, sausage, and the Boss Hog pulled pork sandwich voted best deal in town. We also have live music Friday and Saturday from 7 to 10 p.m. 10655 Coursey Boulevard. We can't wait to see you.
Since the early 1800s, the Selassie family has played a significant role in the retail industry in Louisiana. Stuart Selassie has achieved the Certified Diamond Graduate designation from the prestigious Gemological Institute of America. What that means to you, whether it's appraisals, design, build, repair, or diamond sales, you have an expert you can count on. At Selassie's, you make all the right choices. Selassie Jewelry and Fine Gifts in the heart of the Denham Springs Antique District. Find them on Facebook.
The use of opioids and addiction to opioids is on the rise, especially in Louisiana, and I wanted to be a part of the solution. If you have a family member or loved one that you are concerned about with regard to opioid use, please call my clinic, Advantage Health Solutions. You can speak with my nurse or you can speak with myself, and we will talk to you about how to get that person into treatment, and we'll tailor what we do to your needs, and we'll do what we can to get your loved one in treatment and onto the path to health.
Whitetail Properties is not your average real estate company. Land specialist and MSU alum Jeff Taylor in Mississippi and LSU fan realtor Kay Taylor have teamed up. Their sole purpose is uniting buyers and sellers of recreational land. If you're interested in hunting, ranch, investment, and timber properties, Whitetail Properties experts have the right real estate for you. Call Jeff Taylor, 601-248-9433, or Kay Taylor, 225-719-0495, or visit whitetailproperties.com.
Had a meeting with Dr. Barfield, and it kind of just hit me. It probably is cancer. After the surgery, I wasn't scared anymore. I was looking forward to getting started with chemo. Not one time did I get a nurse in a bad mood. I was here for 5 hours at a time, and I did not dread coming. To get people from around the country to come to Baton Rouge, that says a lot right there. That this place is cutting edge.
With Rocket Right, I am Hurricane Betsy Barnes, and we're looking forward to when Dr. K. Solar comes back next week. But in the meantime, we are celebrating the talented young Bryce McGlothin, who has brought his family, fans, and filled up Old School Barbecue with an absolute full plate of every family member and friend that might be within a 60-mile radius to come be with you and support you tonight.
Yes, ma'am.
So that's mighty sweet of them.
Yes, ma'am.
They
It
must
is.
love you
Thank
very
y'all.
much.
Thank y'all so much for coming over here. And
Yeah,
watching
we can
this
give him a
interview.
hand.
I didn't realize we had this many family members in Baton Rouge. Then I saw everybody pull up. I was like, there's a lot more people here than I thought it was going to be.
So it's really important, though, when you have talented young people that you encourage them and you support them and you have a lot of support.
Yes, ma'am.
And so you recently were on American Idol. And I just think that, this is an opportunity for people in Louisiana to see you, to hear your music, to support you. I'm sure you wouldn't mind it if somebody hired you, either for a house party or a graduation party or some sort of gathering, get together. Maybe even though you're not 21, you don't have to drink.
Yes,
you can
ma'am.
just play in a bar. If somebody wanted to hire you for a night for people to come out and go dancing. And I just think that it's wonderful that you have the courage to go forward with what your passion is.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you. I mean, if anybody has any gigs looking to hire in the Louisiana, Mississippi area, I got a Facebook at Bryce McGlothin Music, Instagram at Bryce McGlothin
So
Music.
slow down and spell it for people.
Okay.
So they can
Yeah.
hear you and so they can
it's,
attach and follow you.
BRYCE is Bryce, and McGlothin is MCGLOTHIN, and then after that it's music on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok on all three of those platforms. And then I have a website, which is BryceMcGlothin.com.
And we're going to share that on our
yes, ma'am.
Facebook for Rock
And,
It Right
yeah.
Entertainment.
And on all those platforms, you can find events, a little background about me, stories, updates from American Idol, and everything that's going on.
So you've written a couple of songs and you're
Yes, ma'am.
probably continually songwriting. So I wanted you to just do a couple of songs. You can do a cover tune, you can do something you've written, but if it's something you've written, I want you to tell us a little bit about it.
Yes, ma'am. I'll play one I've written and a cover one. So I'll play the cover one first instead of the
Okay.
last. Let me get the pick in my pocket. This is called Rock, Salt, and Nails by Tyler Childers. By the banks of the river, where the willows hang down, wild birds they wobble with low morning sound. Way down in the hollow, where the river runs cold, it was there I first listened to the lies that you told. I lie on my back and I see your sweet face. The past I remember, time can't erase. And the letters you wrote me, they were written in shame. But I know that your conscience still echoes my name. If the ladies were blackbirds, if the ladies were blushes, I lie there for hours in the chilly cold marshes. And if the women were squirrels with them high bushy tails, well, I'd load up my shotgun with rock, salt, and nails. I'd load up my shotgun.
That was really good.
Thank y'all. Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
For just being only 17, you do have a very good stage presence. And I think, people have encouraged you so much, it makes a big difference. And it gives you the confidence, because it's not easy to sit in front of a room full of people that you know.
Yes,
That's
ma'am.
even harder than in front of a room full of people that you don't. But when you're thinking about what themes you want to write about, kind of what are you thinking about? Like right now, what is your process and what are you thinking about?
Well, I don't know. Really, this is like a thing. It could be a good thing. It could be a bad thing. Right now, where I am with my songwriting, I'm just writing about stories that are in my head or experiences that I've had. So I'm not really worried about genres yet. I'm just writing whatever comes to mind, and melodies come pretty easily. It's the lyrics that are the hard part. Because if you have bad lyrics in a song, then nobody's going to want to listen to it, because that's the part that people listen for is the lyrics. So the melody can be fantastic, but the lyrics are bad, then nobody's going to want to listen to the song. So you have to make sure that the lyrics along with the melody are both equally support each other, and that's what makes a great song.
So who's probably had the most influence over you in your family, in your songwriting and your talent?
Well, really, my mom is a big supporter of me. She influences me a lot. My dad, he was in a band. He influences me a lot. Just really stories that happen within my life, or experiences that I have, or things I go through, or things that are good that happen, things that are bad that happen, or stories that I hear or I think of and I want to write about. That's really what my influences are. Or I'll get an idea in my head and I'll be like, let me write that down real quick. That might come into something.
I think there's a real art to writing songs.
Yes,
I've mentioned Dr. K. Solar and her son CJ Solar. He literally has songwriting sessions, and it's like his full-time job, and he's been pretty successful at it. In the case of my son, when he writes, sometimes it's from anger, sometimes it's from sadness, sometimes it's from things that he sees are not just, that he would like to see different. Everybody comes to it from a different perspective, but it is really all about the human condition and about the way people get along or don't. It all comes down to their heart. Their heart's either mending or breaking, it seems. So when you were in Nashville, what did you think about the songwriting session, the actual practice of it? Did it seem hard to you or easier to you?
It seemed really hard. That was probably the hardest part of the whole trip, was the songwriting part, because you have to make sure that you don't make any. You can go back and change it, but you're limited on time because it's a studio session. It costs time is money in studio, so you have to make sure that every piece of time you're using is worth something, and you're not wasting any. And it's easy to waste time with writing a song because you can easily get caught up in trying to make it sound good, but you're not. What you think sounds good, but you can't make it sound good without putting your emotions and the right words into it. So if you don't have the right lyrics for the song, you're just wasting time. You're gonna have to go back and make a change.
Well, what about another song? We have about 3 minutes, and
Yes,
I'd
ma'am.
love for you to do one of your original songs.
Yes, ma'am. I'll do. This is an original song I wrote about a friend who passed away in a car accident in August.
Okay.
I try to confide and hide my emotions, lock all the doors, roll all the windows down. All of my troubles running through my mind, every thought rushing in sends a chill down my spine. But all of my worries I could tell her about. I spoke loud and clear and let them all come out. Easy to talk to and to understand. She welcomed my thoughts with an open hand. Too young to go, too good to lose. Too many years she never knew. Too fast to turn it around. Now it's too late to say all the things I want to say right now.
to go, too good to lose. Too many years she never knew. Too fast to turn it around. Now it's too late to say all the things I want to say right now.
That was beautiful. What a beautiful, heartfelt tribute. And that song is dedicated to
Lily McCarthy, one of my friends who passed away in August in a car accident.
Well,
yes, ma'am.
Prayers to you and to her family. But
Yes,
that
ma'am.
song is a beautiful, beautiful tribute to her.
Thank you.
And you just have a great way with that guitar. That's a beautiful Fender.
Thank you.
And really, I do wish you all the very best. And we're going to follow your career. You know, we have singers and songwriters on our show pretty regularly. So I'm looking forward to following your career.
Yes, ma'am.
So if you want to follow Bryce McGlothin, it's BryceMcGothin. And we want to thank Bryce and his mom Elizabeth for coming, and also Quinton Aaron for being with us on the week that the Netflix rankings were #1 for The Blind Side. Thank you so much for spending this time with us. And just remember, if you're going to rock it, make sure you rock it right with Louisiana musicians in Louisiana, and we look forward to seeing you next week when Dr. K. Solar returns. I'm Betsy Barnes, and we'll see you soon.
Are you a business owner that could use just one more customer? Those empty tables, vacant appointments, idle employees, and expired merchandise are missed opportunities. What if there were a community that connects you to high-value and motivated customers, giving you a competitive edge in the marketplace and increasing your revenue? Introducing Partners One. You keep doing what you do best, taking care of your customers, and we'll do what we do best, sending you new customers to take care of. Call us today to find out how Partners One can work for your business.
Rock It Right with Betsy Barnes and Dr. K. Solar is brought to you by these generous sponsors. Partners One, better barter for Baton Rouge and beyond.
Mary Bird Perkins, Our Lady of the Lake Cancer Center, Selassie Jewelry and Fine Gifts, Advantage Health Solutions with Dr. Boyd Michael Helm, Hightower Dental Concepts with Dr. Leah Larson, City Group Hospitality including City Pork Brasserie and Bar, City Pork Catering, City Slice, City Taco, Rouge Creole, and Beau Soleil.
Talent 360 Consulting with Vicki Little. Jeff Taylor, Realtor and Forester with Whitetail Properties. The 3rd Street Songwriters Festival. Elite Chiropractic with Dr. Ron McMorris. LouisianaIsATrip.com. Take one. Thank you for making our show possible.